It was a bright morning at Lincoln High, the kind where the sun seemed too cheerful for the things that were about to happen. Students crowded the courtyard, laughter echoing across the red, bricked buildings as backpacks swung and sneakers squeaked on the pavement. In the middle of it all rolled Emma, a quiet, soft-spoken girl with bright hazel eyes and a wheelchair that had become both her freedom and her cage. She'd been in that chair since the accident last year, the one that took her ability to walk but not her strength to keep going. Every morning, she faced stares, whispers, and those pitying glances that cut deeper than insults. But today she felt hopeful. Her best friend Mia had promised to meet her before class, and Emma had even gathered the courage to try joining the art club. It was supposed to be a good day, until it wasn't. 3 boys stood by the cafeteria steps: Tyler, Jake, and Brent, the kind of kids who thrived on attention, loud jokes, and making others feel small. Tyler, the self-proclaimed leader, had that arrogant smirk plastered permanently on his face, the kind that made teachers sigh and girls roll their eyes. When he saw Emma rolling past, something cruel flickered behind his grin. "Hey, careful, wheels coming through!" he shouted mockingly, nudging Jake. The other 2 snickered. Emma tried to ignore them, her heart pounding faster as she kept her eyes on the path. But Tyler wasn't done. As she rolled by, he extended his foot, just slightly, enough to catch the side of her front wheel. In an instant, everything went sideways. The world blurred as her chair tilted, and Emma crashed to the ground, her books scattering like broken glass across the concrete. The sound was sharp, the kind that silenced everything for a second. Students gasped, some laughed nervously, others just stared. Emma felt her palms sting, her breath catch, her cheeks burn with humiliation. "Oops," Tyler said, pretending innocence. "Didn't see you there." Jake snorted. "Guess those wheels don't come with brakes." "Ha!" They laughed as Emma tried to collect her books with trembling hands. Mia wasn't there yet. No one stepped forward, not one person. And for a long moment, Emma just sat there on the cold ground, surrounded by pages, pain, and silence. That was when a voice cut through the crowd, calm, cold, and unmistakably furious. "Pick them up." Everyone turned. Standing near the gate was a new girl no one had seen before. Tall, athletic, wearing a simple black hoodie and jeans. Her hair was tied back and her dark eyes burned like fire. She dropped her backpack, her jaw clenched tight. Tyler smirked. "And who might you be?" "Another fan of the Wheel Queen here." The girl's lips curved slightly, but it wasn't a smile. "No," she said, stepping closer. "But I do hate trash that blocks the sidewalk." The courtyard went silent again. Tyler's smirk faltered. Jake laughed nervously. "Chill, she's just joking," he said, nudging his friend, but the new girl didn't stop walking. She crouched beside Emma, gently helping her back into her wheelchair. "You okay?" she asked softly. Emma nodded, voice trembling. "Why? Yeah, thank you." The girl looked up, her eyes locking on Tyler's. "Apologize," she said flatly. Tyler chuckled, crossing his arms. "And why would I do that?" "Who are you? Some kind of hero?" "Something like that," she replied, standing straight now, her gaze unflinching. "Last chance. Say sorry." Tyler smirked again, shrugging. "Or what? You'll report me?" The new girl tilted her head. "No, I'll make you regret it." The laughter that followed was short-lived. No one saw what happened next. Not clearly. One second Tyler was standing tall, the next, he was on the ground, his arm twisted behind his back, his face pressed against the pavement. The move was so fast, so clean, that even Jake and Brent froze. "What the?" Brent started, but she turned her head toward him, and that look, cold, calm, lethal, stopped him mid-sentence. 15 minutes, she said quietly, letting Tyler go. "I'll see you behind the gym after class. Bring your courage." Tyler scrambled up, face red with fury and embarrassment. "You think you can scare me?" he spat. She didn't answer. She just walked away, pushing Emma's wheelchair gently toward the building as the whispers spread like wildfire. By lunch, everyone knew. The new girl, no one even knew her name yet, had flipped Tyler, Lincoln High's toughest bully, like he was a training dummy. Some said she was a martial artist. Others said she was military trained. A few even joked she was a spy. But to Emma, she was something else entirely, hope in human form. They sat together in the cafeteria, and for the first time in months, Emma smiled without forcing it. "You didn't have to do that," she said quietly. The girl shrugged. "Yeah, I did." "Why?" "Because people like him count on others doing nothing." Emma nodded slowly, her eyes soft. "I'm Emma," she said. And you are. The girl took a sip of her juice before answering. Alex. The name fit her perfectly. Strong, simple, sharp. The rest of the day went by in a blur. Tyler spent every class fuming, his pride wounded, his friends whispering about revenge. Emma tried not to think about what might happen behind the gym. But when the last bell rang and the sky began to turn orange, she couldn't help but worry. You don't have to go, she told Alex, rolling beside her as students cleared out. He's dangerous. He's not worth it. Alex smiled faintly. I've faced worse. You'll get in trouble. Then I'll deal with that too. Emma sighed, gripping her wheels nervously. Why are you doing this? You don't even know me. Alex paused, looking down at her. I know what it's like to be pushed down and laughed at while everyone just watches. No one helped me back then. So now I make sure no one else goes through that alone. Emma's throat tightened. Before she could say anything more, Alex walked toward the gym. Tyler was already there with Jake and Brent, leaning against the wall with smirks plastered on their faces. You actually showed up? Tyler said, stepping forward. I was hoping you would. Alex said nothing. She dropped her backpack, her hands loose by her sides. The crowd that had gathered started recording on their phones. This was going to be the highlight of the week. Tyler cracked his knuckles. You think you're tough because you embarrassed me this morning? No, Alex said quietly. I think I'm tough because I don't pick fights with people who can't stand up for themselves. That jab hit harder than a punch. Tyler lunged, swinging wildly, but Alex sidestepped easily, sweeping his leg and sending him sprawling. Jake rushed forward, but she caught his arm and twisted it, forcing him to drop. Brent hesitated, but when she looked at him, he raised his hands and backed away. We're done, he muttered, dragging Jake away. Tyler got up again, rage in his eyes. You're dead? He shouted, charging again. Alex moved like lightning, ducking, spinning, and planting her foot gently against his chest, pushing him back without truly hurting him. Stop, she said firmly, before you embarrass yourself again. But Tyler didn't stop until he tripped over his own feet and landed flat on his back. The crowd gasped. Some clapped. Others stared, stunned. Alex crouched beside him, voice low. That's what happens when you use your strength to hurt others. It breaks you from the inside first. Then she stood, looked at the crowd, and added, next time, don't just stand there when someone needs help. She walked away as phones captured every second. Emma waited near the ramp, her eyes wide. You didn't hurt them. No, Alex said softly. Just their egos. Emma laughed, a real bright laugh that hadn't touched her lips in months. You're incredible. Alex smiled faintly. No, I'm just tired of seeing good people get knocked down. That night, the video of the fight spread across the internet. Tyler didn't show up to school the next day, but Emma did, with a spark of confidence she hadn't felt in a long time. As she rolled through the halls, people smiled at her. Some even apologized for not helping sooner. She looked for Alex, but the girl was nowhere to be found. Then, just as the final bell rang, she spotted her outside, leaning against a tree, earphones in, staring at the sky. Emma wheeled over. You leaving already? Alex smiled. Yeah, my dad's military. We move a lot. Then I'm glad you were here even for a day. Alex nodded. So am I. As Emma watched her walk away, she realized something. Strength isn't just about standing tall. It's about standing up for those who can't. And sometimes, all it takes is one person who refuses to look away.